Bless up, everybody. Bless up. Thank you for tuning in here on the live on the Down to Earth podcast. This is your reggae, and well, I more kind of say, yeah, I do love my reggae, but this is definitely the Rexdale Rasta, Impenetreble, the Rebel. And today, for her first time here on our studio podcast, it is Rita Pearl. So let's give her a round of applause here, please. Thank you, Rita.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. So just let the people know a little bit about yourself before we get into the topics, my dear. Yes.
Well, I would say I am a mother. I am a soft tissue manipulator,
Okay.
also known as a registered massage therapist.
All right.
And I would say I am a Caribbean queen for sure, because I am first generation Canadian, but my parents are immigrants from the Caribbean. Therefore, I am Caribbean. And the last part is I'm a freedom lover.
Bless.
I'm all about freedom.
All right. So on the Down to Earth podcast, before we even got started, we said that we had a couple of topics that we wanted to get into.
We were talking about it.
Definitely,
that's
yeah.
right.
So if you can remind me the first one that you had there in mind, because it was definitely a good one, and we were about to get into it, of course.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about it, and then you were like, table that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we gotta wait.
Gotta wait.
Okay, so now, yeah. So I was asking you, can men and women be friends? Only friends, platonic friends is the question I'm asking.
I do have a lot of female friends, and it's definitely platonic. They're good looking, yes. A lot of men would find them very much attractive and everything, but there's a level of it where it's just we're not passing that stage.
Okay.
So is there a specifics in regards to what you're kind of looking for with this?
What I want to know is it possible that that initially when men and women become friends, that there may be initial feelings or initial attraction in some cases? Do you feel that male-female relationships can only be platonic, or do you feel, because I had an argument with a friend the other day, well,
Okay.
not really an argument, it was a debate, and,
All right.
he was saying that all the female friends that he knows, if he's ever complimented them, said that they were attractive, or complimented them, in most cases, if he said anything to compliment them, it means that he was down. He would be down to get, he would get it in with them. And so this is where it kind of raised my question in my mind. Is
Interesting.
this how most men think? I don't know. That's why I'm asking a man.
All right. Well, definitely from my perspective, if I'm just giving a person a compliment, doesn't mean that I want to get with you or I'm going to hit it. Yeah, you're definitely attractive. There's nothing wrong with attractiveness, right? But is there substance now to that attractiveness? Because I would say for someone like myself, I'm kind of a veteran, where it's the attractiveness is not the only thing about it. But
Absolutely.
now, in what you are now stating, I do believe that it could be amongst a lot of men's mindset, because the way how the dating scene has kind of been more sexualized, I would say.
Everything's been
Sexualized, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I can't say for all men, but from some that I've actually seen, yeah, there definitely would be, the saying could be going as yeah, I would definitely want to get with that, or if she ever gave me the opportunity.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Do men typically do men sometimes stay in friend zone situations just in case the opportunity comes up?
Dumb ones
let's
do.
just That's what I'm saying. Let's just say you have a friend who's a female. It's platonic, of course, but at the end of the day, she's a 10. She's got a man, yeah. But I mean, maybe if you chill in the wings for a little
I
while,
say
maybe
that it
like you
actually
said.
happens on both sides, like both men and women, because I've seen some women who stayed around with some guys waiting until he was ready.
Okay.
But in regards to the question that you're asking, yes, I know a lot of guys that stayed in the friend zone and was hoping for that one day that she finally sees him for, that wonderful guy. But I let every guy know, like, if she's not seeing you as the queen to being in her life and just as that, like, not that male, like, supportive friend, like, for that perspective
Right.
from a male all the
Right.
time,
Right.
bruh, you're wasting your breath because she knows what she's attracted to. And your tryout didn't measure up.
Okay, I have to switch that. I have to flip it now. I gotta flip it because now something just came to me.
Hmm.
I had a recent situation with a
Okay.
friend, and she was revealed that she was interested in a guy friend of hers.
Okay.
She didn't expect it to happen. It just kind of happened.
Hmm.
She's been spending a lot of time with him, hanging out, doing things that you might do if you might be in a relationship, right? Like just
Okay.
spending a lot of time,
Spending a lot of time. Yeah.
um, talking a lot on the phone.
Hmm.
They were talking about maybe even making a trip together at some point,
Okay.
so she could show him like where she's at, where she's living, or
Hmm.
where she's from.
Okay.
Um, but anyways, she kind of was like, what should I do? Like, I don't know if I should tell him. But on the flip side, he kind of expressed that he wasn't necessarily ready for like in a side conversation that he wasn't really looking.
Looking for anything. Yeah.
But um
Is enjoying her company.
but
Is
she, exactly. But like they get along, but the thing is he's not really giving her that he wasn't giving her that
signal
signal, right?
that
That
he's
outright
interested.
signal.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Okay, should I tell him or should I just kind of wait and see?" And I said, and I'm not. I don't know. Maybe
Hmm.
maybe it is the age and wisdom thing.
Okay.
Maybe it's just that I really don't have time for the BS anymore. And I told her, I
Mm.
said, you need to go and you need to say what you got to say.
I agree
You
with
need to
that.
get it off your chest.
Yeah. Because
I
if it
said, we're
matters to
not
you that
children,
much,
we're all
yeah.
adults. And at the end of the day, what's the worst that can happen? What if he says no? What, you gonna die? You're not gonna die. You're gonna move on, and you're gonna probably find
Yeah.
the person that's your person. I said, but how do you know? Maybe that's your person. I'm not saying. I said, I'm not. You don't need to go and be like, I'm in love with you. But but yeah, articulate it in a way that makes him feel comfortable. You don't want to make him feel like scared, but you do want to like say, hey, yo, like honestly, I didn't expect it, but I'm feeling you a little more than I thought. Because she's like,
And that's honest. Yeah.
yeah, because she's
A
saying
real
to me
man
like,
would actually like be
mhm.
accepting of that if
I
he's like
this is what I
caring.
said to her.
Yes.
This is exactly what I said because she said to me, she goes, well,
Like if
I'm
he's a friend
afraid.
that she's if he's that type of friend that she's been talking about in this way,
Mhm.
she doesn't really have really anything to lose then because
Because they already have an established
they already
friendship.
have an
How could they
established good friendship.
possibly lose it if they're both adults about it, right? However,
Exactly.
she got a second opinion, and the other person told her that maybe it would be best if she not say anything, because what if he doesn't talk to her? What if he ghosts her? Was what um the
Then
other friend
that
said.
wasn't like a friend from the beginning. Yeah, but go on.
So I said, but I said to her, I said, okay, well,
I'm gonna
that's
light
that's
us
another.
blunt to
Go
this one.
on,
Yeah,
go on, go
baby.
on, go on, go
Yeah.
on, go on. Okay. So, um, what ended up happening is, um, she thought about it and she came back to me, and then she said that she went to him because I told her, I said, yo, if he responds that way, if he
Hmm.
doesn't like, if he acts weird, if he ghosts you, if any of that stuff pops off, I said you need to cut it and move on straight. I'm
Straight.
not, don't waste your time because obviously you guys weren't even didn't even really have a whole a vibe to begin with. You understand?
Hmm.
So um
And that's real mature of you telling her that.
Thank you. You know, I
Bless
mean,
for them thing there,
yeah,
because
I gotta be
I
try to
never
be a
knew that women actually had those like type of like conversations.
absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
So
Absolutely. And
that
you know, I was
is,
always the wingman in the group of girls and back in high school. Like I was always the chick would be like my girl would be like, "Oh my god, you know, he's cute. He's so cute over there. Oh my god." And I would be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you want me to go talk to him?" And I would be that girl. I'd walk up to the group of dudes and be like, "Yo, my girl, she thinks you're cute." She, you ready?
how come that doesn't happen too much anymore now these days? They're all like more.
I think that we have this I don't know if it's feminism. I don't know what it
Mm,
is, but I feel like women are like they want to be chased now more. I feel there's
for
nothing wrong with
me,
being chased. I want to be chased too. Damn it!
no, there's
But
nothing wrong about like being
that's not the
chased.
point,
Yeah, yeah.
right? What I'm
What
it
I'm getting at is just
yeah
that, like, because I've been on both sides of the border, like American and Canadian.
yeah
And there's definitely a huge difference where the women in America are
yes
aggressive and are like,
they're more
they're more
I wouldn't
forward, assertive.
assertive. Yeah,
Yes.
aggressive. I wouldn't say.
Well,
To
me
my
like the
American
aggressiveness
sisters,
though, still to let
to my
me know
American
straight.
sisters, I'm sorry, my American sisters. Sorry for that.
Don't be
I'm
sorry.
really
Keep
sorry.
on being aggressive to
What?
this one here,
Okay. No,
okay?
no, but there's a
Thank
way
you.
to be assertive and not necessarily aggressive. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would like to assert myself.
Yes.
If there's something I really
And I
want
find
or
it like
someone I really
here,
want, I will assert myself.
and I find like here in Canada, just to continue, it's more like, all right, they see you, they like you,
Yeah.
but they're waiting. They're not even going to even try to even give you the eye contact of saying like, yeah, I like
Oh, I'm all
you.
about eye contact.
Yeah, and
What?
I'm like, but if
Yeah.
you're liking me, why are you trying to act like, yeah, you're not? All of a sudden, it's like a quick
Yeah.
turn away,
Because
like,
they want to be chased. Do you
listen here,
understand?
I
It's that
like,
it's that you look me it's that that's what it
nah,
is.
man.
That's what women
I want
want.
that
Because
look
they're like,
where
oh,
it's
maybe he's gonna
like,
come over. He sees me looking at him. He's gonna come over eventually. And sometimes it never happens.
but that's what I'm trying to say because us guys, we don't like understand too much of like body language from a lady unless like they literally showing it to us like within the
I know.
dance.
It's like I don't know if it's a pride thing. I think I don't know. Women, we kind of want we do naturally we kind of want that first like initial vibe. Like we want to know
Yeah.
that okay, you have to understand it's hard nowadays. Like let's talk about it. Like honestly, like let's really talk about it. Let's talk about the state of men and women today and what exactly they are trying to do to all the women and women to change the
Mhm.
roles of men and women because we both know what's really popping. Let's talk about it. Like
Yeah.
we know that they don't want our men to be men anymore and our
Mhm.
women are not women anymore. There's I don't know why that was a laugh because that was not funny. Okay, it ain't
It's
funny,
not funny though,
you
but you
know.
do have to laugh at the way how people have accepted the foolishness though. And that's why like I laugh at them because it's just like you know where you're coming from, especially in the fact that you came from like a mother and father.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And then now you now want to tell go around and believe that whatever it is, well, I like to call it the confused community
Mhm.
because they're definitely confused to me.
Mhm.
And then trying to state, like, all right, no, it's okay that a man wants to be a woman and a woman wants to be a man, and then confusing the whole entire roles where it's like nobody knows who they are with themselves.
Mhm.
And then just as I was like saying with like some of my brothers behind the stage and before you came, the thing that they don't talk about so much is that the ones that go through the change
Mhm.
and then say like they want to go back,
Hmm.
they can't.
Hmm.
And then they go into a severe depression
Mhm.
And then the major thing they're not going to talk about is how high the count of suicide rate is in regards to those situations of people.
Okay. But it all starts from one place, though. We're gonna, I
Yeah.
like where it starts from is here,
Knowing yourself. Yeah.
right? Um, I blame the households. I blame the parents. I really blame the parents. Somewhere along the line, our parents dropped the ball, and now we just have a lot of, as you said, confusion.
Oh, that's total confusion.
Incredible confusion. But what I'm speaking about really is the confusion that's happening in terms of the programming of our young women to always to want to be things like a bad bitch,
Oh
and
boy.
want to be
Okay.
independent, and they don't need no
And knowing
man,
that I got
and
like
they
little
gotta get the
nieces.
bag and all this crap. Listen
Ooh,
to me.
let's touch this subject.
Listen to
Yes,
me. I
please.
don't care. I am probably not in the best position to say it. I wouldn't say that I am the most obedient woman when in a relationship. I think that I have work to do, absolutely. So I can definitely be accountable for my shit. Um, but I am also at a stage in my life where I recognize that any woman that says that she doesn't need a man is full of shit. And any man that says
You
he doesn't
don't
need
need
a
a
woman
woman
is also
full
full of
of
shit.
shit.
Okay? Because that's why we were created. We were
Exactly.
created to come together, man and woman, and to build a life, and also to procreate. That's one of the biggest ones, to be fruitful and multiply. And the problem now is we're being fruitful and we're multiplying, but we can't keep shit together. We can't keep our relationships together. We can't keep our roles. We don't know our roles.
We don't have knowing our
We
values.
don't know our values. We watch too much we were on too much social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We're buying into all the subliminal messaging that people don't pay attention to. And this is one thing you have to tell your children: pay attention to what you're watching. Pay attention to what you're watching. If you're watching something and you have a feeling in your stomach that does not feel good, or you start to feel scared or feel sick for some reason, stop watching
Watching
it.
it.
And that's the problem. We are desensitized to the disgusting, disgusting things that you now see out there.
I've always been saying it. We're literally like allowing the devil's work to
Mm-hmm.
be a normal thing
Mm-hmm.
in today's world.
Mm-hmm.
And the leaders of these world are the ones that are doing it
Mm-hmm.
in full force.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where like I even ask many people in regards to the leadership that we have. If these leaders were ever supposed to be the leader of the army, do you think that our humanity rights and freedom would be actually gained with these type of leaders that we have? And everybody will tell me no. And I'm like, so why are we voting or even participating in the voting game, which is a
Mm-hmm.
next joke again,
Mm-hmm.
in regards to like this indoctrination of what their ideologies is of what the world should be,
Mm-hmm.
because they're better off, they should know better, they have more resources, right? And this is where now that whole entire division and segregation comes
In the household and in the family.
and in the families and all
That
that
because
because
but you have to understand that that's also under the umbrella.
yeah,
Let's talk about the
that's the
umbrella. You want to
umbrella.
talk about the umbrella?
Let's talk the
The
umbrella then.
umbrella I'm talking about. Let's go here, okay?
Hmm.
This is the umbrella. We'll call it population control.
Yes.
Okay? There's many pieces to this puzzle.
Hmm.
There's many, 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 many pieces under this umbrella. One of them is to break down the family. And how will they do that? Through propaganda, through media, through the news.
Also through this confused people, LGBT community,
Uh huh.
thinking that that's going to be thriveful.
Mm-hmm.
They do it in all different types of way. Birth control
Mm,
pills. They do it in regards to the foods that we're now also eating and
that's
everything.
right.
So what a lot of people don't understand is that the
Vaccine,
population, the
the jab.
vaccine, the jabby jab, who business, everything is in regards to actually population control,
Absolutely.
right?
100%.
So if people are not paying attention to what's going on, that they're not going to be getting the amount of resources or value of resources that they want if there's a lot of population around,
Yeah.
because you have to divide up the pie and everybody's going to want a piece of the pie that's out here living,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That's right.
And now, if there's so much, then you don't have control of it because
Mm-hmm.
you can't control so much. But the minute you now dwindle it down to where it now can be in categories, the way how they set up countries, as we would
Yes.
say,
Okay, right,
then
right.
now it's states and provinces.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Then you got municipalities
Mm-hmm.
and cities
And
and towns,
townships, yeah.
townships and all
Mm-hmm.
this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you see what I'm saying? Like they do everything already to be breaking it down in regards. All right, now we can get the control of even the smallest issue.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, what is the saddest thing is that we've allowed it now to actually enter the home. Is what
That's
you said,
right.
right? Now before it would never get into the home because it never got infiltrated in one of the most sanctuary places that we grew up understanding, which was the church.
Mm-hmm.
Remember now?
That's
The
right.
church was one of the damn first foundations that if the government was doing any type of tyranny, they would have to speak with the church and everything to actually be carrying it out because the people were of the church.
That's right.
All right.
But they took out God, honey. That's the
They took
problem.
out God,
That
but
was
they
the first
also,
thing
yeah.
I noticed. Actually, let's go back
Let's go
because
back.
we're
Yes.
both born here.
We're both born here. Yeah.
Do you remember elementary school?
Of course, I remember
Okay,
elementary
so
school.
let me ask you a question then. I want to make
Mm,
sure because sometimes I wonder. I'm like maybe it was just in my mind.
okay. Let's tap
When
into it.
you were in kindergarten
Hmm.
and you
If me
went
can't
in
remember that now with all
right
the weed me I
kindergarten
smoke.
grade 1 grade
But
2
one.
right, this is like a
Okay.
core memory for me. For some reason I can't forget it.
Okay.
When you start when you would enter school,
Hmm.
you know what would you would hear the before the morning announcements.
Hmm.
What would you hear first?
You would hear like the school bell, of course, to
Of
like
course,
get into the line where like your classes
I'm
and all
talking
that
on the PA though.
on the PA. Oh, morning prayer.
Thank you. Praise God that you said that because that's exactly what I'm talking about.
So it's no
There
more in the
used to
Catholic
be
schools.
prayer in public schools too, though. We were in
Oh,
Catholic?
I was in Catholic the entire
I'm
time.
public. And
I was in Catholic school.
yeah, there was public school had prayer too. It was Our Father when I was
Interesting.
in kindergarten. Same way it was in Catholic school. And then somehow, I don't know what year it was again, but somewhere along the way, it was gone. All it was usually prayer, and then national anthem. Prayer gone.
Mm.
So that was to me that was the first that was one of the first steps. One of the first steps.
Well, for me, what I looked at it was definitely the economic aspect because I remember how, like, growing up, and of course, you go to like different churches
Yeah.
because family was very much into their faith and their religion.
Yeah.
So, I would even go to like a Pentecostal church.
I went to
Boy,
Pentecostal.
them hours there.
I was like all damn day.
Yes.
Pentecostal.
All right. But anyhow, what I remember like back was that, like as I said, the church was actually like the defense and also like that line of like protection for the people in a way.
That's right.
All right. Now with a lot of these churches that actually took government funding, shall we say,
Mm-hmm.
you ever notice now that they do whatever the government says now?
Oh yes, I understand. Yes.
Because I noticed it more fully and completely as you did during the whole entire lockdown when the church that praises and talks about no discrimination of anyone coming into the house of the Lord were the same ones discriminating if you were not vaccinated or even wearing a mask. to come into church to pray to the Almighty Father
To us, clouds.
because the government was issuing this situation. The government.
But we should go to church then. Like who wants to go to church at this point? I don't know how anybody can. Sorry, I'm sorry. Let me just quiet. Let me quiet. Let me quiet. Let me quiet because I don't want
Why you
all
want
the
to
people
humble
that in the
yourself
church
right now?
want. I
No,
don't want the church people
sir.
to come for me.
Listen,
Okay,
church people can't come for me all them want because enough of them showed their fraudulent selves to me
hypocrites,
already. Thank you.
hypocritical.
Thank you. Because if your faith was so strong in the Most High, why would you allow a government to tell you what to do with your own body and you believe in the Most High?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
That is the biggest question me have to ask all of them.
Not the same Most High, as far as I'm concerned.
Ah, as long as you now see it,
It's their
McQueen.
Most High,
Oh, it's
and we have our Most High.
thank you.
Mm.
So these are some of the things that I realized where it's like now they infiltrated it, and yes, there's no more about in regards to like God because look at it too. Nobody could have used their religious exemption.
True. True.
Remember that now? That wasn't allowed. The government was saying that that couldn't be used as like saying you were not allowed to, like you didn't want to take it.
Yeah, I tried to get
All of
it.
it.
I
You
know.
know what I mean? And forcing people to making sure that they had to take it.
Yep.
So these are the things that I like to point out and show people like, yeah, enough of you that said like, oh, your faith is all in the Most High. Well, let me tell you something. What I had to go through and you seen it, Rita. And you know about it and witnessed it.
We
And the
were we
whole
were we
family
were
was
we
there.
were we were in the trenches together, my friend. Like the whole movement. That was actually how I met you.
Me lose job. Me go through every one of them thing here to believe in what the Most High has told me.
Yes, because he told us. I don't know about anybody else.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's listening, but
Well,
he
please.
told us. He told us not to take no blood clot mark. That's what he told us. To us, not take it. That's what he told us. Okay,
And
so
that the herbs and that I've left you here on the planet Earth are your medicine.
amen.
So the way how people want to go out there and try to call it alternative medicine when it's really the original medicine.
You know what I like? You know the one I like makes me laugh when I've heard them say, "It's a gateway drug."
Oh Lord.
It's a gateway drug. Gateway to what? What? I don't know. Maybe depending on which personality you are. Maybe if you're bipolar or schizophrenic, maybe you have to go to coke. That's your business. But me and mine, I am happy and rested in my Mary Jane, ma'am. I don't need anything else. How could you possibly want anything more than this? I just don't understand. You don't need anything else. You function. You function. You're not crazy. You can go to work. You understand? Like what is wrong with people? It comes from the earth.
Now, not everybody can handle the righteousness as we all can see it. So if they can't handle it, you're just not ready for it. So you see it.
Yeah. Some of them it's their demons that won't allow them to take it. That's
But
why.
I also had a next topic that remember that I was gonna bring
Yes,
up.
sir. Let's talk about it. I really want to talk about this one. I was gonna bring it up.
So this one's the
I'm
juicy
gonna bring it
one
up.
here.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And I also mentioned it too with the family here one day, and we were
Okay.
all about to get into it, and I said, no, let's save it.
What
so y'all
is the
remember,
difference? Go ahead. What is the
What
difference
is the difference?
Between?
The difference.
between
A snitch
a snitch
and a
and a
whistleblower.
whistleblower? Yes. Let's talk about it.
Because isn't it true that we grow up in a society where it's like we're condemning the snitch?
True.
All right.
But why are we condemning the snitch?
That's my question.
No. Let's think about what the definition of a snitch is,
All right.
and then what the definition of a whistleblower is, and then we can differentiate. and
Hmm.
figure out like what the hoopla is or what the difference is or if there's a difference. So I guess my
That's what
question
I'm trying to
is:
find out
there a
because
difference?
I don't think that there really is a difference.
I have to disagree. I believe there's a big difference between the two.
Well, the reason why I would say that I don't see a difference is because when you both look at the nature of what both actions are being done,
You say nature, though. What do you?
exposing the truth
Right?
about something,
They're both exposing the truth about something. Okay, I got it. Go ahead.
that part
Go ahead. That
is why,
so that yes, that's the similarity. They're both exposing the truth about something.
exactly. But now, in regards to that,
Mm-hmm.
a snitch now, we want to like now deal with the case,
Yes,
as we would say in regards to a snitch.
culturally, yes, that's yep,
All
that's
right.
very true. Yeah.
But then now there's also the whistleblower.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't the whistleblower also I do the same thing now?
No,
You not snitch out the truth?
no.
Okay. Let's dive
A
into it and
snitch
tell me.
is not a whistleblower. You cannot put a snitch in the same basket as a whistleblower. You can't. The reason why is, sorry,
No, what?
is the reason is what is the motive for the snitch to do what they do? What is the also the outcome for the snitch? What is the motive for a whistleblower in most cases, and what is the outcome they are looking for? So let's talk about a snitch first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. You have a brethren, you and your brethren, and went and stole from he stole from a
We did
bank.
a business, you
Did a
can say,
business.
an
I'm just
illegal
giving you a little
business.
hypothetical
Yeah.
situation. He did a bit. He committed a crime. You witnessed it. You got arrested. You both got arrested, or he got let go. They kept you.
Mm-hmm.
They have you in interrogation now. They're like, yo, it's either you're gonna take the bid for the crime, or you're gonna give us your boy. You're gonna tell us who did it. And if you don't tell us who did it, then you're going to prison.
Mm-hmm.
And most snitches with the snitch mentality, because there's many men who will go to prison for their boy, and they won't open their mouth.
That's
You understand?
definitely this type of,
There
I
are
agree.
loyal dudes out there, loyal guys that they wouldn't do that to their boy. But then there is the person who's scared to go. They don't want to go to prison. And as far as they're concerned, they would rather it be you.
You see,
So
that, okay, now on that part is where now we can say, I wouldn't really say it's a snitch. All I'm going to say is that you're more like a rat.
like a rat. Yeah, that's what
You're
you
more of a
are.
rat. And the reason why I'm going to say that it's more of a rat type of like movement is because you are do the same type of crime thing with the man them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're in at the game,
Mm-hmm.
and as the game goes, if you're gonna do a crime,
You got to do the
you
time.
gotta do the time. So keep your mouth blood clot shut, and just if you get catch,
That's it. Take the
take it.
time. Take it. Hold it
All right,
down.
hold it down. And that's the rule. Now you can't be out there, as they said from Mob Deep, and I loved it so much. Halfway crooks.
Ooh, yes. Scared to death, scared to live.
Whew. There's too many of them. Too many of them fronting, acting like they badass, but the minute that like sirens come or
That's what I'm
whatever it is,
saying.
yeah.
So that's
So
a snitch. And most people don't respect a snitch for those
I call
types of
that more of a
movements.
rat. My thing
But
with
to
the
me, a rat and a snitch
snitching,
are the same thing. Snitches get stitches. It's the same damn thing. Same thing
but again
to
now,
me.
so yes,
So now let's talk about a
the
whistleblower.
whistleblower now, yes.
We were blood clot whistleblowers, and we still are.
But me, I talk the truth. But
That,
if the
but that's what I'm
truth
saying. But
is,
that's what a whistleblower is. It's a truth teller. The benefit of a truth teller whistleblowing, saying what's going on. Whenever you hear things,
but me not snitch about what the government I do. Me not snitch about what the media try pull upon we then.
that's what I'm saying. We are whistleblowers.
But me I
because
said
the
the action that
because
me
the
I do
benefit
still I
that's
snitch out to the people
but
them
we are
wagwan.
yes, but the definition is truth teller because it's for the benefit or for the good of not yourself but for the good of others. We didn't do it for ourselves only, honey. We did it for everybody. You understand? Every
Okay.
single one who was involved
I
did it
agree
for
with that. Yes.
everybody.
That I
We
definitely
tell the
see that. I
motherfucking
agree
truth
with
no
that
matter
perspective, yes.
what's popping, what's happening. Tell you have to. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to warn the people when the danger come. That's what we're supposed to do. Clearly, you were called to that. That's what you were called to, and you're still doing it. Yeah.
I was always been doing
Whistle,
it.
continue blowing that whistle. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
why them not like me.
Yes.
But
And
me
we not
not care
like
when they
them.
like them. Yes, run the tune, I mean. That tune was
We
right
really
now on the
is there a
selection,
musical
yeah.
interlude? Because we need to have some
Wah!
music.
That would have
I
been
have
the
a
tune
couple
right
tracks
now
I
to
really want to
like
hear
bust
right
out
now.
right now,
The
yes.
vibes, the vibes.
But no, this was definitely a great talks that I like to have with like other people out here because these are real talks.
Absolutely.
And these are definitely deep talks where it's now like, all right, I get to see your perspective from it. You understand my perspective. And now we have a common reasoning.
Absolutely.
Now there's common sense.
Absolutely.
Because I always try to tell people, like, we can never have common sense unless we had a common talks first before you can actually have saying that, well, don't they have common sense? Well, no. If you didn't have the common talk, how are you going to expect somebody to have common sense?
How are you going to make sense of it?
Exactly.
Gotcha.
We're all like differently raised, even though we can all come from the same culture. We all have different like environments around us. We all have different teaching techniques that work for one another.
Yeah.
So this whole thing about common sense
Yeah.
no makes sense to me.
Very true. Very, very true.
But I'm glad for the talks here today. Thank you, Rita. And I'm hoping that you are back here as much as possible because I can tell already that the family is going to like you here.
Thank you.
Because your perspective was definitely enlightened. So.
I will be back. As Arnold Schwarzenegger said, I'll be back. I'll be back.
All right. So thank you, everybody that was
Love,
watching here.
thank
Much
you.
love out there on the YouTube world. Much love again to the Down to Earth podcast family. Shout out One Love, Sean Myrie, Rasta Safari, Ross Frost, The Crown, Brooklyn Honey, you already done no family, Uncle B Report. Much love. Signing out, people. Thank you.